Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to tell you about this podcast. It's called The DK Project, but it's really The Darren Show. The DK Project is a radio show, but without the radio. So sit back, buckle up, and enjoy the ride.
Let's go!
Ohio!
Miss Ohio! Welcome to Ohio!
Oh my God.
You're back on common soil.
Oh, it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy.
You know, I think it's awesome that I give you very little homework. Very little homework. And you come back with nothing.
Well,
It's like sending a 7-year-old to kindergarten and saying, hey, just remember to tell me what you did today. And he comes home, I didn't do nothing. What'd you learn? Nothing.
I saw what I saw. What do you want me to do? I can't pull it out of my ass and make people do stupid shit.
You're the only person on the face of the earth who can't work a phone while driving.
I told you how
I just can't see myself breaking the law. God damn it.
This big cage next to me with 3 cats in the front seat with me. That was a little hard as well, too. I was packing, baby.
Throw that shit out on the road. 3
cats? I'm going to throw my
cats
cats out on the road. I'm going to throw you out on the road.
What did you, why do you have 3 cats?
Because I have a big heart and I'm amazing and I just love animals. No, the last one was going to be adopted out and I felt bad and I was like, well, not adopted out. It was going to be sent to a shelter and I was like, well, if it gets euthanized, I'm going to feel like an asshole. So I reluctantly took this 3rd one in. He's like 2 cats. I'm not going to lie. He's 2 cats in one. It's my life, you know, crazy cat lady and I'm single. I mean, what else do I need? I should be wearing my robe right now.
I think I'm actually able to fill in the blanks with why you might be single. Jesus.
I can help it.
We got a cross-country hoarder with the inability to work a camera phone. Come on.
I know. I got to get it together. Slowly but surely it will happen.
People get scared of that shit. Hey, so the trip went fine? You loaded up the Denali?
Oh, my God. 2.5 hours.
Rolling.
After I got here, my stepdad helped me unload and it took 30 minutes. And I was like, I should have rethought this because 2.5 hours for me to load everything up. It was like Tetris trying to put everything in there, but it went good. It went really, really smooth. So I couldn't ask for anything better. So.
Oh,
I know.
And now you're in the climate controlled awareness of your family
with cable. I can talk to my remote to tell what I want to watch. I'm like, wow, this is how the rich live. This is very fancy.
You still have to get a job.
Yes, I know.
You can't live here for free forever.
I know.
Pretty soon we're going to hear this. Are you going to get a job?
True story. No, I've been looking, I definitely do not want to be at my mom's for a very long time. It's just nice enough I can at least come here,
Hell yeah. Free food, free housing.
She cooks dinner. She was trying to fold. She's like, here, I did the laundry. She's like, here, I'll fold it for you. And I'm like, you do not need to fold. I'm like, give me my laundry now. You're not folding my laundry. She wants to fold my laundry. She wants to do all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm capable of doing all this on my own. I'm fine. I'm the baby, of course.
Was she driving a Ford or was she trying to fold laundry?
Fold my laundry. Did I say sport? What did I say?
Fold.
She
was folding. Folding.
Fold.
So what part of Ohio are you in?
Well, I'm in the part that I don't want to be in. It's about an hour away from where I grew up.
From civilization?
I am in Petersburg, which is on the borderline of PA, and we have a lot of cows around us. We got some buffalo. It's really not. It's nice and peaceful, but it's not my first choice. But I got a bed to sleep in, so I can't complain.
There you go.
This won't be permanent. I'll be out within a few months, so I'll be fine with that.
That's what they all say.
No, trust me.
That's what they all say.
I don't want to drive over an hour to see my friends all the time. That's a pain in the ass as well.
I just did that killer interview with Adam Wylie, and my damn thing was cutting out. Pissed me off.
That's not good.
No, not at all. But it's just the way life is. Hey, listen to this. I'm out would have been last week, and I go to this brewery, right?
Ooh.
And I'm with some friends and the wife, and we go into this brewery, and I walk in. And you ever do that when you go to a brewery and you're like, God, you have such high expectations, but then you get there and you're like, nope, same old brewery. Like,
yeah. Right.
So I get there and I'm like, hey, super cool brewery. And then I look in, I'm like, fuck, you got the same shit. But anyway, I look over at this dude and I'm like, do I know you? And he goes, I don't think so. I'm like, well, you probably know me. No, I didn't say that.
Of course you said that.
And you are.
It's you.
So I look at the guy. I look at the guy and I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure your name's not Jim? And he goes, pretty sure, not my name.
Pretty sure.
So I'm standing there because whenever I get in this environment, this is I excel. I know a lot of you think it's here on the podcast or maybe when I'm doing the VO, but it's not. It's when I'm in a bar about to consume beverages. I'm everybody's friend. So I look at this guy and I'm like, so you're sure? I said, okay, whatever, yeah. I'll buy it. So we're sitting there and I'm shooting the shit with him and his wife about whatever. And we go grab our beers and we go out because I'm trying beers and being funny, blah, 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 blah. So we go outside and we sit down and I'm about 3/4 through my beer. And this guy comes out and he goes, hey. I'm like, oh, hey. He goes, were you talking about Jimmy Wortman? I'm like, yeah. He goes, what? That's my brother. I'm like,
oh.
You had to fucking think about it? Like I said, you look like somebody. You're damn near a twin to your brother. I said, is your name Jim?
Jim.
And none of that rang a bell? He goes,
wow.
No. He goes, actually, my wife said to me after you left, maybe he's talking about your brother, Jim.
He forgot he had one.
And I'm like, she's driving, dude. Like, holy shit. It was the weirdest thing ever. So then all of a sudden we're talking and I'm like, and then my wife didn't go to high school with me, but we hung around with some of the same people. And we used to call this guy 220 because he weighed 220 pounds when he shouldn't have. And so we called him 220. So this guy's leaving and my wife recognizes the way this guy looks to where she goes, is he talking about 220? I'm like, yes, he looks that much like him. I'm like, that is the craziest thing that's happened to me in a while. I'm like, dude, and none of this triggered a thought in your head that made,
God.
People, man, I am telling you.
I'm surprised they can tie their shoes half the time. I'm not going to lie.
But that beer was average at best.
Oh, that's not good.
No, sometimes you get a good one, though. I ran into this new one now. It's called 56. It's the brewing company. They have a raspberry lemonade.
That's a sour beer then, right?
Yeah.
It has to be. Oh, I just got into sour beers last year.
Did you really?
I love them.
Oh,
I love them.
That's all I drink.
They're so good.
I tried to muscle down a Coors Light last night.
Ooh.
Can't do it.
No bueno.
I had a special day yesterday.
Okay.
So I was like doing some kind of shit, And so I turned a year older yesterday. And today I go into my spam account. And I already have sexy Grammy stories in my like old lady stories in my spam.
Wow.
You get the thing from like Best Buy, hey, you got a birthday coming up, or Caribou, we'll get you a free coffee. The granny snowball, like I'm not that freaking old. But I saw that today. I was going through my spam and I'm like, it hasn't even been a day. And I'm getting all the granny erotic stories. Come on. Where do these people come from? Damn.
I love it. Well, happy belated birthday.
Oh,
my
thank
goodness.
you.
Yeah, of course.
I'm telling you, they go faster and they come quicker.
They do.
Rapido.
I can't believe it.
But my wife, I took a
edible?
No, we have the Amazon account, So now I've decided that she never buys me what I want, so I'm just gonna put the shit I want in the cart and then it'll trigger her thing. So I found this guitar that I wanted, and I'm like, stupid idea, but I threw it in the cart. I'm like, let's see what happens. Sure as shit, she buys the thing. I'm like, realize I'm never gonna learn to play guitar. I just wanted one.
So, we could teach each other because I got a guitar too.
Man, I tell you,
it's hard.
I learned 3 songs last night. And I only had like an hour or two, so I don't know. I mean, no, I didn't learn anything. But that you can.
I was gonna be like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "That's a lie." I don't want to say anything because it was the day after your birthday. Just trying to make that pat.
trying to function. No, Did you know that they make a guitar tuning app for your phone?
Yeah, there's one your app, and then I have a guitar tuner as well too.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was part. The guitar I got came with a tuner built in.
Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Wait, do you have electric? What do you? I'm guessing electric or acoustic.
It's an acoustic Ovation.
Oh, okay. I just like a regular acoustic.
Oh,
Okay.
I've wanted one my whole life. And
I
came clean with her last night when we went to bed. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm never gonna learn how to play that thing. I'm dyslexic and it doesn't work.
Your fingers, it's just like you really do have to have like long, stretched out hands.
Couldn't they make it easier? Like,
oh my God, it's so hard.
Like a handicapped person trying to figure out. It feels so bad. Yeah. But
it's hard to learn.
It looks fucking awesome in the corner, sitting there on the stand.
Take a bunch of pictures with it.
Put a DK Project sticker on it. Just completing my decor. That's all. Oh, I remember what I was going to tell you.
You scared me. What happened?
It's actually not terribly scary. It's pretty freaking cool.
That excitement, I loved it.
Breaking news on the DK Project. Sold the chair. Your chair update.
After you wanted it, you sold it I hope you got some. I'm not going to ask how much, but I hope you got something good from it.
No. So I bought it for like $650.
Okay.
And put it together. Realized I didn't want it. Went to sell it. The whole shtick was going to cost me at least $150 to ship it back to him.
Yeah.
And I went to the UPS after we spoke, and I went with the box. I brought one box in, and he's like, "Dude, this one's $200 alone." I'm like, "Stop right there."
Yeah.
Put her back in the car. So anyway, I left it in my car. I brought it home, left it in the garage. I'm like, I'm just going to sell it in the box. I'm not even going to put it back together. So I took all, I stole all these pictures off of Amazon from where I got it from, and put it out there. And like a day later, somebody comes over, and I'm like, "You realize it's in the box, right?" I said, I built it. I put it back together. I put it back in the box. Yeah. Boom. Yeah, no, it looks cool. And they're like examining it in the box. I'm like, it's all there.
Yeah.
So I told the company that I bought it from, because they're like, "Hey, if you keep it, we'll just knock $50 off your deal." So I said, "You knock 100 off." And they go, "Okay." So I had them knock 100 off, and then I sold it for what I bought it for. Woo! I'm up 100.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah. So that's cool.
It.
But it was like,
you.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of the DK Project after this short commercial break. Hey everybody, guess who's hiring? The Hair Studio in Chaska. If you know a professional stylist who's ready to make a move and lives in that Chaska, Southwest Metro area, be sure to give the Hair Studio in Chaska a call, 952-368-0900. They do it all from cut, color, perm, primp, whatever your needs are. Now that the pandemic's over, they're busy. They need to add some more stylists, so give them a call or stop in at the Mill Building, 500 North Pine Street in Chaska, Minnesota, 952-368-0900. The career of your dreams could be waiting just down the road. Be sure to check it out. Great location, great people, great clientele. Tell them you heard about it on the project. Hey everyone, wanted to talk to you a little bit about insurance. Insurance is one of the things everybody has, although not many know what to look for. And just look at price. Well, if you want to buy insurance from a cartoon lizard, remember that in the event of an accident. Or you can have Wiser Insurance on your side. With over 26 years of experience, Wiser Insurance Agency can assess your risk and make recommendations that are the best thing for you. Because they have 22 companies to choose from. Working with an independent agent is key because needs change, and so do rates and coverages. So ask yourself, do I want a local friendly guy in my corner? Or do I want 1-800-LIZARD on my side? It's pretty obvious, guys. Go with the local with all the options. Wiser Insurance Agency. If you're with one of the big gorillas, what we call captive agents, you don't get options. They offer you what's best, whether it fits you or not. That's all they have. Where Wiser can look at different companies and find out where the best fit for you is. And maybe that changes, then they can change it. Because they have 22 companies to offer, one of them being Auto Owners Insurance. So give the boys a call at 952-472-3660 or look them up on the web at wiser-ins.com.
Good.
Welcome back to the DK Project. Aha! I didn't know that you couldn't hear that stuff.
Nope.
Whatever. What kind of Mickey Mouse shit we running here?
I don't know.
That's okay. Hey, we were talking.
Okay.
We were talking on the commercial break when we went out to smoke. That. Speaking of which, I checked the other day. I was at a liquor store in this small town near me. $12 and some change for cigarettes. Like,
wow.
Not in Times Square, but still $12. But that's a liquor store, so you're probably thinking 10 at a regular store, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my God. I think they're like 7 in Akron, and like the ones I smoke every once in a while, they're like $8 a pack. But yeah, that's a lot still.
Highway robbery, buying death.
Yeah.
I
know.
Hey, what do you think of all this freaky deaky mask shit coming back? Like this Delta variant is running rampant.
It's going crazy. It always has a mind of its own. This COVID shit doesn't care about us. Come on.
Well, and the hard part is I've got an unvaccinated kid, and I've been railing on him because he's 21. I'll make my own decisions. But now this comedian I follow, he got vaccinated, and he got the COVID virus, and he's like, it's like a common cold if you have the vaccination.
Yeah.
But I was just somewhere yesterday, but I'm seeing a lot more masks. They're like everywhere. And
people are freaking out again.
But are these vaccinated people or are these unvaccinated people?
I think it's both, honestly. I think it's both.
Did you ever?
It's because. Huh?
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
Did you ever go like places where they're like, hey, you got to wear a mask, and you're like, well, I really don't have to wear one, but because there's places that are now making it mandatory without the governor. I'm sure our governor will be hot on it. That a-hole.
Yeah.
But you don't know. I don't know. I don't know where we're headed. I don't watch the news.
I don't. I mean, I'll respect wherever I go, and I'm not that asshole that I'm not going to be like, well, I got a vaccine, I should have to wear it. No, if this is established, this is the rules, and if I want to go in there, I'll abide by the rules. But it's like, if you don't want to abide by the rules and go in the red, don't go to where you're not going to be able to go, and that's it. That's how it is at the end of the day.
Now you were talking on the break about somebody who pulled somebody's mask off.
Yeah, so like school's already started back over in Texas, and like I said, I feel like everyone in Texas, that state I don't like it at all. I wanted to go visit it. I'll just take it back now. These parents over there are going crazy because
I'm going there next week.
Well, have fun. Be safe. Hope no one rips your mask off. So, but no, I was reading that school started back up over there, and the teachers have a right to choose if they want to wear a mask, especially to protect themselves. And one of the parents came up and ripped one of the teachers' mask off, and I just could not believe I should believe it because people are whack jobs out here now, but it's just the fact that someone thought that would be okay to go off and physically invade someone's bubble and this ripped her mask off. That's insane. Like I told you, I would gut someone. The Italians coming out of me, I will gut you.
And like I said when we were talking, I don't think anybody's getting into my space that close before, like they're not going to get a chance to get at my mask before I'm a little uncomfortable. I don't like people. I mean, then all of a sudden you're in my space, in my zone. No way.
Yeah, and like,
not
who
gonna
gives
happen.
you the right to go up and do that to someone? There's people that I guess the other parents were yelling at the teachers to take off their masks, like literally like cursing and screaming at them.
Oh,
and I'm just like, wow, like this is some I don't know. People just have too much time on their hands.
And
That's
when
what
they had kind of softened up the rules, our ice cream store still made people wear masks, and I have 14-year-olds working up there, and people would go in there and start railing on these 14-year-olds because they're making the older people who come in to buy ice cream wear a mask, and they're freaking out. It's like, don't come in. Like, what are you doing?
Go somewhere else.
People are
I
so
don't understand
crazy.
why it's such a big deal. If you have your right not to wear it, but they have the right to say you need to. We want people to wear masks. If you don't like it, then go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Like it's the truth. Like, get a life. People just want to have something to argue about because they have nothing else going on in their life. Because if they did, they wouldn't be worrying about that. Exactly.
No, I completely agree. I think that they, I don't know. Are we a long ways away from being fully masked up again? I know the kids, my daughter going to the university has to wear one.
I feel like there might be I don't know if there's going to be another shutdown again. Really? I mean, I don't want to say shutdown. I shouldn't say shutdown, but I feel like maybe the kids are going to have to go home for do the homeschooling, or they can make the decision if they're going to stay home again or go in. I mean, I feel like it might be towards that. It'd be awesome
if they did, because it's going to make my travel a lot easier.
Yeah.
Enough mask talk. Hey, I was looking through I was rolling through the social medias, and I picked up a couple of nice ones.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of interesting posts.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Go right ahead.
Woman tries to set her boyfriend on fire after he doesn't celebrate her getting hired at Subway.
Oh, where is this at?
I don't know. It doesn't say. How many things can you find wrong with that? Like
I feel
you're getting a job at Subway and you're pissed that he's not come on.
Oh my.
Come
on.
on.
Know where they're. I feel like if I knew the city or state where they're from, it might make a
That would help.
bit more sense.
That would color some stuff in.
It would definitely color some stuff in.
I don't know. I think there's so many flags there that I think that there was probably a huge domestic at the trailer park location where they live.
Probably.
That night. It was a throwdown.
Definitely trailer park, I would agree.
How about this one? Man in China almost dies after inserting a live eel into his rectum to cure constipation. I wish I could show you this picture of this eel, man. It is the ugliest damn thing you've ever seen in your life.
I would never, ever.
So, do you think that's like a gay dude who thought it'd be cool to have a eel in? Like, why?
I don't. I think people are so obsessed with this doing anything, especially to their bodies, that they're like, "Oh, I read this. This might work."
Well, right, but like, if you're constipated, you're not like, come on. I know this is a person who thought it'd be fun to stick a live eel up their butt, and then
that's insane.
Come on.
I'm like, you shouldn't even tell that story to anyone, let alone have the world know it.
It makes it even worse when you have to see the eel, man. It's ugly.
I feel bad for the eel.
Yeah, right. Oof. God. Well, then it doesn't say, did it work? I mean, truly.
Yeah, right.
If you're going to give us a remedy, let us know if it works or not.
Oh my
How about
God.
this? Alabama man arrested for attacking his neighbor with a shovel after the neighbor allegedly told him that Busch Light tastes like water. Again, this sounds like the boyfriend that didn't celebrate the Subway win. Like, what kind of neighborhood are you living in?
So that is crazy. So I have a friend back in New York, and like he lives upstate, and he was hanging out with his like stepbrother one night, and he said him and his stepbrother. So like my friend drinks Tullamore Dew, and then his
what is that?
It's a whiskey. Tullamore Dew. It's a whiskey. So he drinks that, but like his stepbrother like drinks another whiskey. And my friend was like, "Oh no, Tullamore Dew is like way better." And he said his stepbrother got mad, started yelling and screaming at him, and then kicked him out of his apartment. And I said, "Oh my God, like it's not that serious." Like, so
wow, are people that into shit?
People are really whack jobs. I'm telling you, it's insane how many more people have lost their mind lately. I don't like anything that much. I have found a liking. I have found a liking to the sour beers. I have found a way it's really good.
Right, and we have a segment next week on the show, crazy beer names.
Yeah,
because all these breweries are popping up, and all this weird, breweries and whatever, and now we're going to do a segment. So if anybody's got an idea or anything, hit us up. Find us through the website, social media, however you want to do it. Let us know what those crazy beer names are, because they're out there. But I forgot to tell you my other gift for my birthday. 21-year-old got me a 4-pack of beer.
Ooh.
How cool is that?
I love it.
I was like, how cool is it when your son is old enough to actually buy you beer for your birthday?
That's so cool. I'm good. I'm happy
kind of a fun little thing. Hey, I forgot to tell you also. Oh, we were talking about the sour beers.
Yes.
But if somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, this sour beer is better than that one," or "Sour beers are dumb," we're not throwing down.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people are so crazy. I totally found a good one the other day. It was like a raspberry lemonade thing. But I have
one in my fridge right now.
There's raspberry lemonade?
I have I think it's a raspberry and something else. It's called Kim. It's by Fifth Hammer, a brewery in New York.
Fifth Hammer.
Yeah.
You know what it is though? It's almost like if you wanted to start a podcast right now and you got to go find a name for your podcast.
Yeah.
Opening a brewery is the same way. Like there can't be many names left. Fifth Hammer. That's true. Yep, I was over at Fifth Hammer. Hell yeah. Hey, I forgot to tell you, I got a call last week from this lady in California, and she was nice. She's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey." She goes, got kind of a weird call. I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" Yeah. She goes, "Do you have a studio in town?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, my son is visiting his grandparents in my town,
Mm-hmm.
and he got a big audition, and we need somewhere to record it.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, so we were going to go look for studio equipment, but then I came across your information and thought maybe you had what we need. I'm like, all day, I got that, no problem. So she's like, I'll send you the script and whatever. And I'm thinking, I've seen this before. And when I first got in the business, I would look into, renting studio space. She's like, what do you charge? I'm like, I don't know. I said, actually, it's been done for about a month. I haven't really, put it out there yet. I said, what do you normally pay? And she's like, oh, like $75. I'm like, really? Really? Because I know when I checked 3 years ago, it was like $200, and that was with very little assistance.
Yeah.
So anyway, it wasn't a big thing. I'm like, I don't care about the money. Whatever. I think it would be fun. So anyway, she goes, he's working with his grandma on the script right now, and he's going to come in. And this kid comes in, and he's 8. He's like, I'm like, there's no way he could do this on his own. Like, in my studio's set up to where I don't have a control room outside. I just have everything right here. And so I'm like, hey, little man, like, let's do this. So he came in, and he actually did pretty well, but they didn't practice the whole script, so we had to go, and they had to come back another day. She's like, blah, da, 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 da. And I'm like, I don't, I'll pay you for another day. I'm like, I don't need the money. I said, I need the contacts. I need to know who you know. But her husband's a big actor. Like, she's like, oh, watch this show tonight. My husband's on that one. I'm like, well, you're pretty casual about it. Like, so anyway, I tried to hook up with her because she came to town over the weekend, and she's just too busy. Her family's here and whatever. And I'm like, don't worry about me trying to beat contacts out of you. I'll follow up. But it was pretty interesting. I posted a picture of the little dude. He's quite the Eddie. Hopefully he gets the role. It's a big time role. So
that'd be awesome.
But yeah, it was cool to see him working. And actually, I've been in directed sessions before where they're like, say the this way, say the whatever. We're out now. I'm sitting over with this kid. I'm like, now act it out. Let's get into this. Come on now.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, and it was pretty funny. But man, it was interesting. And the lady she stopped by and paid some money for the time. But it was like, I never even thought of renting the studio out.
That'd be dope. Yeah,
why not? People,
do it.
The word is out. This is what
money,
we know.
Honey.
I just finished the last episode of the new season of Outer Banks.
How was that?
They're trying to cram like 3 seasons worth of shit into a season. It's getting a little not so believable.
Oh, okay. That's annoying.
Yeah, but it's like mindless and whatever.
Yeah.
It's not work, so it's fine. But I finished it. It's, cliffhangers. But it's just weird because like there's a point where, and actually I don't want to say any of it, but my last night we went to dinner and my 21-year-old's like, well, you realize this, right? And you notice this, right? And I'm like, oh, shit, I didn't pick up on that. Like, normally I'm pretty good. But he told me a couple things that really made the whole thing like, oh, okay, maybe that makes sense. Hey, I have this couple different sites where I go to look for work for voiceover stuff. And on occasion, I come across some weird shit. I only got one today, but it's a doozy.
Oh.
So these people were looking for voiceover, someone to do some voice work. And their post, the heading on their post, Afro-American accent. VO artist needed. Can you say that?
I don't.
We need to get samples with an Afro-American accent. Like.
I don't even know what to say to that because I don't really know what an Afro-American accent would be anyway. So like how?
Well, you do in the business. You do see a lot of like ethnic or black or whatever accent. But for someone to use Afro-American, I'm like,
that is like.
What are we gonna do it on a tape recorder? Like, are we going back in time?
I don't even know what to say. What is this company is probably gonna close down real quick.
Needless to say, I applied and didn't get the job.
Yeah.
I didn't sound Afro-American enough. I haven't seen that in forever.
I honestly have no words for that. I would be like, what year are you living in right now to be? Seriously.
I was in the middle of the UP on a snowmobile trip one time with a bunch of guys, and we're in this bar and we're just getting our drink on, and there's this gal there, bigger gal, like kind of, I don't know, homely looking. And and she comes in and she always did this thing where she put her hands over her head like this, and I don't know why, but it is what it is. But she was talking, and she dropped this racial slur, not the big one, but pretty close. And,
oh my gosh!
And we're sitting there, we're having a good time, and I look, and I'm like, you can't say that. Like, what are you doing?
Wow.
She's like, oh, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's okay. I'm like, no, it's not ever okay.
Okay.
But I was just like, holy shit! It's like, how far back in time are we? I mean,
that's what I wonder. You know why? You know who brought everyone out of the woodwork was, you know how I feel about Mr. Trump.
Oh, speaking of which,
back a long time.
I just got a script for a cartoon, a full-length cartoon. It's a series.
Oh.
And they want me to play the president's assistant, and one other role, like a lobbyist. And I got it's a big part.
That's so cool.
And I'm like, it's like 78-page script, and I'm like 12 pages into it, and I can't tell if it's anti-Trump or if it's pro-Trump, because it's like they got some stuff in there about Trump that's like whatever, you know, like being a pig, and then they got stuff in there about AOC kind of being. So I'm kind of I'm like, it's a huge part, and I want to work with the guy because I think it'd be fun. It's an animated thing, but I'm like, how far do I got to read before I get the gist of who we're going to offend? Because somebody's getting offended. You know, when it's political, you're never going to piss everybody off. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But stay tuned for that one. That's my afternoon
I'm excited
today.
for that.
I got to read a lot of pages. But yeah, my character has a slight stutter.
Oh,
figure
God.
that
I don't
one
know
out.
if I want to hear. I don't know if I want to hear you do a light stutter.
I don't even. I have to practice and get into character. I'm hoping he's going to give me. I hope it's not a record tomorrow kind of thing, because
oh my goodness gracious.
I got to work on my stutter. Normally we work ourselves out of a stutter, and now I got to work my way into a stutter.
That's pretty cool though. I can't wait to hear it.
What's a true story? Were you a stutterer?
No.
Oh. You just said true story like you were coming out with a thing, but you were saying
no. I say true story here and there. So I'll say true story or facts.
No, yeah. Well, and that was the other thing is that well, and I'm not going to get into that. The other part I play is not a normal part that I would play. Like, like, did you not do any homework on me? You don't know who I am, or I don't know. It's weird, but it'll be fun. It's fun, and he highlighted all my spots, so I don't have to really do a lot of work.
That's so cool. I love it. Seriously, I'm going to check it out.
And on top of that, did I tell you my other big client?
What?
He's, when you watch, this is so bad, I don't even know if I want it out there. When you watch the late night, religious stuff?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, who in the neighborhood is suffering from cancer? You're healed. Yeah. You're healed.
True, yeah.
So there's a Russian guy who's super famous, travels all over the place doing these, whatever you call him. I call him the Russian evangelist. I don't know anything about him other than he's Russian, and he does these things. So like almost every day I get a script from him where they have me do the English translation of his sermon or whatever the hell it is. And it's pretty steady. I'm like, because I started off like, this is weird, but now it's like, all right, I'll do it. And they're short. Some are long, but then it really, because when I first started in the business, I'm like, I'll do anything. If it's Democratic, Republican, whoever, I'll do anything. I don't care as long as the check floats. Well, now I'm getting into this, and it's like religious, like Jesus Christ and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about it. And that's like this cartoon script I'm telling you about where they're like, like in the opening scene, it's got, it's not Trump. It's a, similar type president. But he's like got two girls in the office and they're like making out and stuff. And I'm like, is this a political cartoon or what?
Yeah.
Very
racy.
So we'll see. But speaking of Clinton, I'm reading a book right now that Clinton wrote with, have you ever looked at how many books,
What?
I can't think of the guy's name. It's an author. And Bill Clinton co-wrote a couple, but then there's others. So I think what this guy does is he uses his name because he's very popular, and then he has all these other writers write, and then it goes under his title. And it would be great if I could come up with that name right now, but I can't. But I'm reading one right now that Bill Clinton kind of co-wrote with him. And it's kind of interesting, but kind of jumps around a little bit too. But I figured it's about a president, so I figured, it'd be cool because he kind of knows the backside of the presidency, like. But I I can't think of the guy's name. Anyway, I'm not giving him any free publicity. Not that he needs any. But I bet he's got to have 400 books out.
Wow, that's insane. Well, good for him. That's amazing. That's a crazy amount. Wow.
I think I could come up with the name. God, what a fail. What a failure. Excuse me. What a failure. Damn it. Anyway, so what are we doing now that we're in Ohio? We're job hunting. We're car shopping.
I already got a car.
Already?
I'm on it, baby. I actually was lucky enough that my mom sold me her car because she just bought a new car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I got a very cute little, I got a Toyota Scion, silver 2-door, sunroof, brand new everything on it, very, very low miles.
Is that boxy thing?
No, it's not a boxy thing.
Oh, no. It's like there's a cat. Yeah.
He wants to be on the show too.
That's okay. We take everybody. So you got that because are you out in the country, like out in the woods?
I'm literally in the country. There's more cows than people. I am telling you the truth. It's like literally.
Sounds like a place that stinks.
Well, I'm lucky that I can drive like 25 minutes down the road. There's like a mall. I mean, there's a mall. It's like a bigger city, Boardman, but like it's still straight country where I'm at. Trust me, it's not anything that I really want to.
Hey, you know what else? I put in the Amazon basket this week. My daughter's going to the local university, which is in the city, you know, as opposed to the shores of San Diego.
Okay.
So I bought her a taser.
Like, good job. Hey, good. That's your good job.
Then I got it, and it was like it's bulky. It's like the size of a flashlight. So then I bought her one that's called a pain pen.
Oh.
It's like a I don't know, like a roll of Rolos probably size, and it lights them up. And then I got this other keychain thing where you hold these two buttons down and it's so loud you can't handle it.
Oh, I see. It's like the little bird thing. I need to get that, but I'm very interested in getting the pen thing now too. That's pretty cool.
It's called the pain pen.
The pain. Okay, I'll remember that name. That's an easy name.
How can you not? I totally and you know I was just out. I have a friend who's a lieutenant in the Minneapolis Police Department, and he's like, you know, just tell her not to go out at weird times and don't dress provocatively until you get to where you're going.
But it's like, okay, so I have to watch when I go, and I have to watch how I dress. No, that's not even living a life then.
Well, that's true, but I'm the dad, so I have to look at it from keeping my baby safe, where she's going to look at it the way you do. And I totally understand that, but we live in a world full of creepos.
Oh, yeah,
so we have to have some
everywhere.
Creepo preventions in place.
There's major creeps everywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at. It's
exactly
scary out here, especially when you're a girl. It's very scary.
It's way worse than if you're a guy. That's so true. But hopefully
true.
We've got her tech note up. And here's, you know, what I was thinking is I'm like, here's what's going to happen is the pain pen actually has a battery light gauge on it. Where the other one, I'm like, she'll be carrying that thing and she'll have to use it and the fucking battery will be dead. Like, I should have charged my taser, but it says you only got to charge it once a month. And, you know, of course, they're zinging it around the house. You showed me one that one time. Does yours do that?
No, mine is the it's supposed to be better than mace because what my dad got me, it's like, I guess when you spray mace, like it can go back in your face and possibly hurting you as well.
Yeah, true.
This one, it's like a straight shot where it's like it's going to go straight into the perpetrator's eyes.
Yeah. Get the perp. God damn it.
Get him.
I'm telling you, safety first. So next week, kids are moving into college. It's always a tough week.
I send you some tissues over?
Actually, I did. No, because the daughter's going to be 40 minutes from my house.
Oh, that's great.
And then I'm driving my son to Phoenix on. I think we're going to leave Sunday.
Okay.
And we're just trying to figure out some car stuff right now. But yeah, I'm like, I had tickets and everything. I'm like, screw it, we're driving because he wants a car. I'm like, let's just drive your car and see what happens. So little road trip could be fun. That'd
be fun.
Longest 24 hours of my life. But who knows? Time will tell.
You're gonna love every minute of it. Stop.
I do. We're getting close. I mean, like, God, my kids are getting old. Oh, the one bought me beer.
That's amazing. Oh, but it's such a good feeling, though.
That's
fun. Sweet.
It's kind of
fun.
For you. Kind of fun.
Good for you.
All right, let's wrap this bad boy up. I got.
You got to what?
I wish you could hear this shit. It really makes the show
it's
great.
Depressing. I'm not gonna lie. It's
That's
depressing.
All right. I'll figure it out by next week. I'll get my tech team on it.
Ooh,
I think that's me. But I will, I'll work on that. And then everybody, check out that Adam Wylie episode.
I'm definitely gonna
Tell a friend, share with everybody. Adam Wylie was a great interview. He that one went out today, actually. And he, a magician. Oh, man, it was a great show. It was really cool. He's a cool dude. And he actually, what you want to do on that one is check out the YouTube video because he actually did a magic trick while we were doing the podcast.
What's the YouTube link again? Let everyone know. What is it again? www.
Boo. Boo.
I know you hate me right now. I know you hate me right now.
Let's go, boys.
I have to mess around. Sorry, go ahead. It's been so long, I have to mess around.
No, it's the DK Project podcast. Go to YouTube, search it out. Otherwise, go to my website. There's links to all this stuff. We just updated the website, too. Got a nice Kenny Aronoff guitar thing on there, or drums. Ooh, I got guitar on the brain.
I was like, okay.
Maybe next week I'll open with a song.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, that's not going to happen.
Both can. Yeah.
You can. Can you play anything?
I'm still horrible.
I can't play anything.
Still. I got 2 smaller fingers, I swear.
I actually, it really just is accoutrement to my outfit is all it is. It's not a tool I'll ever use for anything other than pissing my wife off and my children alike. But whatever, it's a great gift. Anyway, everybody, tune in to next week's show. Tell a friend, share, get over there, check out the YouTube thing, see if you can figure out that magic trick. Because on YouTube, you can slow it down and look. And I haven't done that yet, but I'm really curious to see if I can. He says you can. He goes, you can slow it down. He goes, you can slow it down as much as you want. You ain't gonna figure it out. I'm like, well, I'll show you.
Don't challenge me.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have it figured out by the time. Well, I'll have that figured out before I end up learning the guitar. So, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up with you next week on the DK Project. Thanks, Kristen.
Bye.
That's it. That's the end.
That's a wrap.
Read the shtick.
That's a wrap for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends. If you'd like to reach out, you can use the studio line at 612-504-6500 or by email, thedkprojectpodcast@gmail.com. And of course, there's always social media at the DK Project Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.